Today was a glorious day as Trump was elected as President of the US. This, of course, made Prime Minister's questions an interesting occasion after Labour's anti-Trump agenda, and of course, Lammy with his disgusting comments a few years ago. In today's video, we will watch and react, whilst also going over all of the latest news from up and down the country. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel and join our fast-growing community. Just a quick one to say we have new Stuck Farmer t-shirts available on our store. Go grab them now. They are available at britishstand.com or check the link in the description. Okay, without further ado, let's have a watch.
Mr. Speaker, can I thank the Prime Minister for his almost warm welcome, and can I also echo the comments that he has made. It is an immense privilege and the honour of my life to lead the Conservative Party, and I look forward to joining him at the Cenotaph this Remembrance Sunday. As leader of His Majesty's opposition, I will be taking a different approach to the last opposition by being a constructive opposition. And so I would like to start by congratulating President-elect Trump on his impressive victory this morning. The Prime Minister and the Foreign Secretary met him in September. Did the Foreign Secretary take that opportunity to apologise for making derogatory and scatological references, including, and I quote, "Trump is not only a woman-hating, neo-Nazi sympathising sociopath, he is also a profound threat to the international order." And if he did not apologise, will the Prime Minister do so now on his behalf?
Mr. Speaker, there will be many issues on which the Leader of the Opposition and I disagree, but there will be issues that do unite this House on national security and Ukraine, and I do look forward to working closely with her on that, and I will provide her with the information that she needs to discharge her duties. That's the right thing for the country, and it's far more important than party politics. And the Foreign Secretary and I did meet President-elect Trump just a few weeks ago for dinner for about a couple of hours, and we discussed a number of issues of global significance. It was a very constructive exercise.
Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister did not distance himself from the remarks made by the Foreign Secretary, and I'm very sure that President Trump will soon be calling to thank him for sending all of those North London Labour activists to campaign for his opponent. Given that most of his cabinet signed a motion to ban President Trump from addressing Parliament, will the Prime Minister show that he and his government can be more than student politicians by asking the Speaker to extend? Can they show that they can be more than student politicians?
Order. Mr. Perkins, I don't need to anymore. Your voice curries, it's like mine, too loud.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Will the Prime Minister show that he and his government can be more than student politicians by asking you, Mr. Speaker, to extend an invitation to President Trump to address Parliament on his next visit?
Mr. Speaker, the Leader of the Opposition is giving a masterclass on student politics. Seriously, Mr. Speaker, we live in probably a more volatile world than we've lived in for many decades. It is absolutely crucial that we have a strong relationship, that strong special relationship forged in difficult circumstances between the US and the UK. We will continue to work, as we have done in the 4 months in government, on issues of security, our economy and global conflict.
Mr. Speaker, he does not answer the questions, just read the lines the officials have prepared for him. It doesn't sound like he wants to invite President-elect Trump to Parliament. He needs to look after the special relationship. The US is our single biggest trade partner. Given the risk of increased tariffs on UK exports, which threaten our manufacturing sector, will the Prime Minister commit now to continue the negotiations on our free trade agreement with the US, which the Biden administration cancelled when they came into office?
Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, of course we will discuss issues of our economy with the President-elect, as we already have done.
What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. In other news, Nigel Farage has said he is absolutely delighted that Donald Trump has won the US presidential election, describing it as the most incredible political comeback. Asked how he was feeling, He told GB News, "Oh, delighted. Absolutely delighted. This is what I thought would happen, but it's happened on a really big scale." The swings towards Trump are truly remarkable, so I'm thrilled by that. On a human level, for him, this is the most incredible political comeback we've seen in modern times. No one since Churchill has gone from the top to the bottom and come back again in quite this way. That's remarkable. And just the number of Americans just saying, "Hey, you know what? We've had enough of the direction our government's going in. We want somebody who gives strong leadership." Whether you like him or not, he is a remarkable human being. It's a great achievement, and I'm very proud to call him a friend of mine. To be fair, he said loudly and clearly, Trump will win, so there were one or two of us who did see where it was going to go. I just think that the silent majority in America, and by the way, we have the same silent majority in our country, they've just had enough of big governments, who tax too much, who make people's lives difficult, who over-regulate them, who pursue policies on energy, for example, that put people's bills up. All of those things are there, but the crucial one to add to that is the border. Over 10 million illegal immigrants have come into the United States of America since Joe Biden was president. People are seeing in their cities increases in crime, gang crime in particular, huge problems, and what they want is somebody to provide a solution. On Joe Biden's legacy, he said, the withdrawal from Afghanistan, which led to the Taliban taking back over after 20 years of much treasure and much blood that was shed by us and the Americans and one or two others, was clearly part of the failure. The fact the world is closer to a conflagration than it's been at any point in any of our lifetimes, we put on Joe Biden. The fact that he changed America's energy policy and started reducing, effectively, the amount of their own oil and gas they were producing in the rush for renewables. Yes, a lot is to be blamed on Biden, but it's also this centre-left big government agenda, as I say, that overtaxes, overspends, and just gets everything wrong. Speaking from Mar-a-Lago, he added, "Do you know over the last 48 hours, I've seen him a couple of times. He has been calm in the most extraordinary way. He, over the last few weeks, has shown humour in public that we've not seen before. I've seen it in private. We've seen it in public. He is now an unencumbered president who genuinely wants to make change for the good. And I think the really interesting thing that we'll see is he will attack the bureaucratic administrative state that has got bigger and bigger and bigger in Washington, inside the Beltway. And I think Elon Musk will come in and, just as with Twitter, he sacked vast numbers of people and yet still kept the business going. We're going to see that happening right throughout the public sector in America, and I very much hope that proves to be a blueprint for what we need to do in our country." What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comments section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British political content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.